Joshua. How you doing, man? What's going
I'm
on?
doing good. I'm blessed. I can't complain.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Hey, God is good.
All the time. Okay.
Oh yeah, man. So let's just get into your background a little bit. Tell your supporters where you from.
Oh, well, originally from Houston, Texas, and, just stayed in Texas my whole life. I need to branch out all day. Yes.
So what part of Houston?
Missouri City.
Okay.
I gotta say Houston because I'm gonna get clown, so I need to just go ahead and claim Houston.
No, I feel that. So would you stay anywhere else besides Houston?
Oh, for sure. Oh my goodness, I just came back from LA. I would go to LA. I would stay in New Orleans,
I love LA. LA.
I mean, I don't care. Let's go.
Yeah, just traveling. Nah, for sure. Just gotta get it in, man.
For sure. Oh yes.
Yeah. So do you? Well, I would say, what's your favorite part about Houston?
You can make a hustle here. So whatever you want to do, you can make a hustle here. It doesn't matter if you could be selling cookies. I mean, you can literally make a hustle out of anything.
Everybody is grinding out here.
Absolutely.
There's so many businesses, it's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Man.
I'll actually say that, like in LA, a lot of people were chilling, and I'm like, dang, people from industrial places can come here and really fuck some shit up.
So do you think Houston moves faster than LA?
From the parts I've seen, but it's a lot of unseen parts in LA.
Yeah,
it's a lot of unseen stuff, so I don't think that we move faster. I actually think they move faster than we do, but I think that we apply more industrial things here. So like our accounting systems are gonna be better. Our medical stuff is just gonna be better. Our technology is not gonna be better. They're gonna always win that. But yeah, I think in certain areas, like it's a give and take.
Okay.
People go to LA to retire. Stuff like that.
Because the weather compared to Houston.
Oh, bro, it was cold. 2 weeks ago, it was like cold. I don't understand that. I was lost.
Today.
I was extremely lost.
Nah, I already know, man. So what is the best advice that you've been given just in life in general?
Take everything day by day. Like, I remember when I started, I was stressed and I had a headache for 2 weeks straight because I could not understand what do you do. Nobody tells you after you graduate what we do. Because, we literally graduated the same day.
Time.
And when we graduated on the 31st, by the 2nd, I started my business. So I'm out here like, what am I doing? Like, I don't know. And I was just trying to rush everything. And I learned, man, you got to take everything day by day.
So what actually got you started with your business?
So, yeah, I started on the 2nd, August the 2nd. And what got me started, I started working with my first client. He does factoring. He's in the finance industry, and he just wanted to do a total rebrand. He stopped doing marketing for a while because he said it just got too complicated for him, and then he wanted to start picking it up. So we just started on the simple basis of his social media marketing. Now we're working on his website and, getting things going, doing promo videos and, just getting things going. I'm making his business more human. And that's how it started. And then, word of mouth is very powerful.
Definitely, that's the biggest
Very
form, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
So it was more so a thing where you had a client that was interested in marketing, so that's what kind of got your business up and running?
Yeah, I didn't even know people were willing to pay top dollar for social media marketing.
Yeah,
I was like, I knew people would pay for marketing, but social media marketing in itself, I was like, no, there's no way anybody can pay for that. Because we come from a generation where this is just easy to us. Not easy, but just something that we can do if we decide to do it. Right. But some people don't like the internet, like real talk.
Or just don't understand it.
And they just like, I'm not doing that. And it's some people who look great and they just don't want it at all. But they got to do it to make money.
That's what the money your Instagram is paying with Reels, TikTok is paying. I tell everybody, monetize your platform.
Actually, one of my clients, Instagram emailed her. That was one of the craziest things that's ever happened. Instagram emailed her and told her, okay, you post this many Reels, we finna pay you. And that was my first time having a client have something like that. I said, that's crazy. Like, they just gonna pay you just to do your life.
I show her on my phone, like, look at this. Instagram says, depending on how many views you get this month, you'll get paid. And I'll show her, and I'm like, okay, I'm finna start posting Reels, and I'll just, get that monthly residual income.
It's crazy. And then if you're cross-channeling your marketing through different platforms, even crazier.
Oh yeah, facts. That's how it is. You gotta I'll say, definitely have multiple platforms, but know what you're doing.
Sure.
That's what it is. Just know what you're doing. So as far as your business though, and getting it legalized, did you get your LLC and everything?
I did. So I personally, I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to legal documents, I don't trust myself like that. I have learned use softwares for everything. So I actually did go through LegalZoom to get my LLC because I was scared and I was not doing that by myself for the first time. Now I will say, I'm just gonna be like completely honest. Will I ever do that again? No. I overpaid for something that I didn't have to. I really should have got my LLC for way less than what I did. So I will advise anybody, don't do that. You should go talk to somebody in the field and they will probably set it up for you. And because really, honestly, it's a whole bunch of fluff. And I wish somebody told me that when I first started.
See, I wish I knew that you was even looking to get LLC because I'm assuming you paid extra fees for all these extra add-ons and stuff, huh?
I paid for the clouds. I didn't even pay for the land.
See, you didn't need all that, literally. Like I tell for my LLC, I did the LLC only, operating agreement, everything else I did myself, and I'm paying the extra fee. My nonprofit, I did the same thing, filed with the Secretary of State. I'm like, all these extra fees really could be gone. Yeah. But I didn't know people was really paying that much.
No, yeah. And then also do your research on what works best for you. Because no. Period. And it's wrong because sometimes you don't need an LLC. Sometimes you might need an S corp, or sometimes you might need something else. It's not about because they want the hottest thing that's just trending, that just makes sense. They want something that makes sense.
What they hear. I mean, in all honesty though, you got everybody on TikTok and Instagram. Get an LLC, write this off, go buy a car.
I think his name Money Man or something.
Oh yeah, Money Man. Yeah, he tell everybody. Yeah.
See, but you got some rappers that just say the most stupidest. Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah.
The most stupidest shit I have ever heard of in my life. But then you have some very educated rappers that you never think. Like Waka Flocka is very educated.
He's smart.
He puts me on game, and I love that. Yeah, and I will also say, if you want to go into business, the first business you should study is music. Okay. Absolutely. I learned a lot from the music industry just from watching interviews and how people say how much they went broke. Like, artists always talk about going broke, and I've always been intrigued by that because I'm like, how do y'all have these huge? Because they go from like people like us to these huge budgets. Like, and I'm like, how do y'all go broke? And I have watched some of the saddest stories in my life.
Nobody understands how to maintain a budget. And I had literally, I seen an interview recently. There's like college students or students in general don't even know where like spreadsheets and just a budget is. Don't even know how to set one up.
And
that's the problem.
The saddest thing about that is I cannot tell you before. Now I do, but I couldn't have told you anything about Excel. I think average we paid, like, just being frank, $40,000 for our degree, bare minimum $40,000. But did anybody walk out with an Excel certification? Did anybody walk out knowing how to negotiate a contract? How to set up a contract?
I learned all that after.
That's crazy.
Exactly, man. So just back on the school side of things, let's just talk about what schools you went to before getting into your business and how this all started.
I'm not an example for school. I am not. Oh, okay. I went to HCC first.
Okay.
I'm not doing that again. No, I wouldn't recommend, but do whatever works for you. I did go to Blinn after that. Great decision. A junior college, saved a lot of money, got my associates, and then proceeded to go to Sam Houston. And Sam Houston was like an eye-opener because it was a PWI, and that was interesting.
Something different.
Very different.
So what was interesting about it?
You understand whatever city you in, you understand the politics of it. So, all the schools I went to except the first school were in country towns, very small rural towns. And the thing about it is I learned early on that their politics are different from ours, regardless if we respect it or not. In order for me to be safe, I need to learn their politics, and I need to learn who this institution is. And I think Huntsville, I was so scared at that school for sometimes.
Wow.
I hope I don't get in trouble. But there was one time this report came out that the NAACP was giving us a warning about we need to stay inside for a weekend because it wasn't safe to come out in Huntsville. I still got the text messages, and it was not safe to come out because it was not safe to come out that weekend.
That's crazy.
And I was like, oh. Okay.
Where did the text come from? Was it a student? Like,
it was a student-wide thing. Everybody just started sending the text out. Mass sending the text out. And it was just like, if you are colored and you are a man, you should probably stay inside this weekend. And I stayed inside this weekend.
That's crazy. Man, so as far as your degree, what exactly degree did you?
Yeah, your major.
So I went to school and I majored in marketing. And I do have a degree in marketing. Now, I have a degree in traditional marketing though.
Okay.
Now, they just now started setting up courses really for digital marketing. They just started setting up degrees for that. Okay. And even then, you really you can study it as much as you want to, but we know algorithms change every day. They're gonna change every day. So you can only do so much with that.
So what's the difference between traditional and digital?
So traditional marketing is more so, your hard marketing. So when you look around and you see physical things around you, signs. That's regular marketing. So signs, billboards, when they have their logos on restaurants, those are traditional marketing things. Okay. And I do want to move into that space also. But digital marketing is when everything is basically done online. So websites, social media, newsletters, campaigns online, things of that nature. Like that's more so the things that I do.
Okay, gotcha. And do you love doing it? Is it something like you have a passion for it?
I love doing it because I don't have no overhead.
Okay.
I wish that was something I realized earlier. If you don't have to have an overhead, don't. I have really, all my overhead is software. Everything is just software based. I don't have to physically go places and do a lot of stuff. Like, when you run a business, you have to have certain things. Like, so like you have an Airbnb, you got to keep products on hand, and you have to make sure that you have cleaners come in, do whatever, or you might be cleaning it, and you have different things going on. But I don't do all that. Now I'm gonna get into that type of business, but I'm not doing it right now.
It makes your time more valuable. You have time to do much more stuff.
And you can do what you want on your own time.
Absolutely.
You're working for yourself. No, I definitely agree. So what's some advice you would give someone wanting to pursue a career similar to yours?
Research hard. Research and be yourself. It's so much money out here.
Definitely.
I mean, it's so much money out here. We don't have to cheat nobody. We don't have to disrespect anybody. We can be 100% authentically ourselves. We need that. We need that in these spaces. There's too many people doing copy and paste stuff, and it's old now. People don't want to see that. Be authentically yourself in research. And I mean research who you are, research what you want to do in it, why you want to do it, what exactly you want to do about it, and find out how people feel about it. Because there's some good days, there's some bad days, but do you like them?
Facts, exactly. And you really need a push or a motivation to keep you going forward.
Absolutely. And
I literally just told Deja yesterday, I said, man, I seen a quote where they were saying, don't do it unless you get excited.
Absolutely.
About doing it.
Absolutely. And sometimes I do urge people, because a lot of people say that I don't know what I like. Try it. If you don't like it, I would say try it for a while. Like a lot of people say, I didn't go to school because I just didn't think it was for me. Well, did you try it? And I mean, try it, really stay in there. Stay in there for a year and commit yourself to it. Because if you want to do it, do it.
I agree.
I know I don't like sports because I played it. And I know it ain't for me.
Exactly.
But, I mean, you gotta try it.
It ain't nothing to it but to do it. You really just gotta jump off the porch and just
Absolutely.
Go head first. So what would you be doing right now if it wasn't for your career?
I'd be working in finance.
Working in finance? Doing what in finance?
Some type of, what you say?
I said you don't sound happy about that.
I mean, I would work in finance, and I work in software finance.
Okay.
Because it's ridiculous how much. Well, the internet is growing. It's gonna continue to grow. But you always gonna need some type of money. You always need somebody to manage money.
Right.
If you can find your way in a new stratosphere and continue to grow in that space, do it. It don't matter if you like it or not. Do that until you find out what you like.
Exactly. That's
You gotta live. You gotta still make a living.
No.
Facts. So what do you see yourself in your career in the next 6 months moving forward?
In the next 6 months. In the next 6 months, I should be. Let me not say I should, because God willing, whatever God say goes. In the next 6 months, I would like to capitalize on an actual physical location for my business. Okay. So actually having
An office.
Yeah, like an office where people can actually come to, and I can have my whole setup. So if people want to come in and do vlogging videos, if people want to come in and use the space for other things, I'll have a space dedicated for them to do that. Because the one thing that is very hard nowadays is to find spaces for people to be creative. And I don't think that that's talked about a lot, but even in Houston, when you think about when we all grew up in Houston, we used to go skating. We used to do all types of stuff, but you don't always see that nowadays. You see more electronic based places, which is cool. That's of this generation, but you don't see places for people to be creative and just show themselves. We're showing them who we are, but we're not showing them, like, we're not showing them how to find themselves. So I would definitely want to have a space, definitely getting more clients and dominating this digital space.
Dominating your industry, your field.
Absolutely.
Now I gotta like, do you tap into like the editing side too? Like, do you edit people videos?
Oh man, I want to learn that so bad, but I don't even know where to start. I have somebody who does it for me, but I'm a firm believer, get it in house. So like, if I don't know it now, I'm gonna know it in 6 months. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
And that just reminded me because you said, how would you know if you don't try? So even when
Absolutely.
You gotta jump out there and try and learn. Because I've heard a lot of people tell me editing is hard, or they'll look at my computer and be like, what is that like? It's like, I don't know, and I'll just be like, bro, it's not as hard as it seems. Like, you know,
it can be tedious.
it is.
Yeah.
You gotta have a lot of patience as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. But it's definitely not as hard as people think or may make it seem. I can say that.
But I also think that it was kind of like when I was saying earlier, if you don't know if you don't like something until you try it. I think a lot of people put this huge stigma behind, I don't feel like doing it, or it doesn't make me feel good. Everything we do is not gonna make us feel good. Conquering your fears is not gonna feel good.
Right.
So you should just go ahead and do it. Like just do it. I mean, I don't know. Investing your money ain't gonna feel good because you don't know what you gonna get back.
But the outcome would be nice.
Okay. Or sometimes you don't know if you go, for the women, if you go get your hair done by somebody, you don't know if it's gonna come out right.
And you stay taking that risk.
And you have to.
Even with barbers, he can mess up your hairline and mess up your
I don't even want to talk about that because that's a personal thing. And that has actually happened in college, and that was just terrible. I had a 20 degrees increase.
Oh, no, man.
20 degrees, 20% increase haircut. It was terrible.
Did you pay for it?
I did too. I did. I paid for him to get better. We'll say that. I invested in his craft.
People will go through that, but they won't go through that thing for themselves.
No, facts.
Like, you'll do that for somebody else, but you're not gonna do that for yourself. It's very contradictory.
And I always say, man, that's when greats are born, is when you're able to complete a task even when you don't feel like it. Because it's easy to do it when you're motivated, but when you're not motivated and you still getting it done.
No, facts. Straight up facts. And then also, like, even going back to when you were saying what's some advice I would give to somebody, I would say y'all have to you gotta try it. You have to try it. Oh my goodness, you gotta try it. Like, please try them fish eggs. Even though they call it escargot, or not escargot, what's the thing, caviar? Yeah, try it.
Now that I ain't trying, but maybe one day, I don't know. Have you had it?
No.
But you would try it.
I just recently had oysters, and that's an experience.
I never had oysters. I had mussels.
It's an experience. It's
I honestly, we had shark not too long ago. And shark.
This is how I feel like people look at me when when this is crazy. Like, if I tell somebody, oh yeah, I'm doing this, that, and they like, what? That doesn't make no sense.
Man.
Y'all tried shark? I mean, I think that's a beautiful thing. I'm so happy for y'all. I would love to try it one day. Absolutely. I didn't even know, honestly, I did not know that was a thing. I'm gonna have to research that.
It sounds like they got shark bites. It's like
shark.
It kind of tastes like fish, but not really like fish. You can.
Was it? I want to know about that.
It's very oceany.
Yeah, you can definitely like, you gonna taste for sure, but like,
okay.
Like I say, it's an experience. For sure.
Now, would I eat it again?
Probably not.
But you can say you did it though.
But I can say
you can tell your kids y'all did that.
Right.
That's dope. Okay.
So, as far as your marketing business, what are you doing, or what's some steps that you have in place that's gonna help you excel?
I mean, I'm always on the search for some new software. Somebody told me before, Actually, my best friend Maya told me this. If you can streamline a process, do it. And that was one of the best things she could have ever told me, because I genuinely find a way to streamline my business without having to, like, I find new apps every day. Like, the software I use to have all my meetings is dope. I don't pay for Zoom. I genuinely think that there is so much software out there that we don't.
So what's some of your top software that you like to use?
Okay, so I think Notion is a beautiful software. It helps me organize and categorize everything from meetings to topics I'm gonna talk about, able to share and do things with clients. It makes it very personal, and it gives me the opportunity to just do great things. Like, Notion is a fantastic.
So is that like a calendar type of software? Or
nah, it's like a filing software.
Okay.
And
it's
help
you organize.
It's great. Another one I'll say, where do I work on? Copyright. Okay. Copyright software. It saves me the most time. If y'all don't know what copyright is, look it up. I promise you'll save you some time. Copyright is the best thing I have found out in the last month.
So is that the website name? I mean,
Copyright.ie
okay.
is the name. But I mean, copyright is just a term. It's a term that you could just look up, and it's basically, I don't know if I can say it out loud. Oh, no, it's legal. Yeah. Basically, copyright is, if you don't feel like talking about something and you still have to talk about it, you can upload whatever information you have about it, and it will spit out the information for you. Yeah, so in college, when I didn't feel like writing my papers, and I was very much so struggling, I would use copyright.
Put them on game.
But don't mess up the game for everybody. Don't snitch out to no teachers. But copyright is a great way to get a large lump sum of information and distribute it out to people. Like, you might have all this information. So say you have over 1,000 characters and you need 500. You can set it to where it's only going to have 500 characters, and it shortens it, and it paraphrases and summarizes it for you. It's wonderful. Software is dope.
See, I was personally doing that. I go to the paraphrase.
Paraphrase too.
And then I copy and paste it into paraphrase. And now I'm doing extra work.
And so that's the other thing. Like, a lot of people don't think this is a career, but it's going to be a career one day. I promise you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Networking is a career. And if you don't think that networking is going to be a career, you are sadly mistaken. Like, if there's somebody who can give you a set of applications to use when you first start your business, why would you not buy that from somebody?
Exactly.
If somebody could have told me, okay, this is a software that you can use for this. This is a software you can use for this. These are templates you can use for this. People do that now.
Exactly.
Trust me, being a professional networker, I'll do that.
And see, with all these MLM companies and just networking in general, network marketing is a $1 billion business right now, $1 trillion business. So it's like you say, there's definitely a field for networking and for these softwares that's out there.
Absolutely.
So what other softwares would you say are your top? Or is that just your top two?
What's another one? Google Analytics is phenomenal.
Google Analytics.
Any analytics I would take advantage of online. Anyone that you can get for free. I would also say, what is it? Agora Pulse. Agora Pulse is a good one that you can use. And there's tons of applications. Like, when I say tons, those are just 3 that I'm working on right now. I've used like maybe 20.
Oh, okay.
20 so far. So at least, I don't know how many a month it is. Bare minimum, I've been doing this since August. So I know I've been trying at least, 2 or 3 applications a month? Bare minimum? So yeah, definitely. Just it's so many out there.
Are these applications free or do they cost?
So, what you do, even if they aren't free, what you do is you contact a representative and you let them know what you're doing. Most likely they'll give you even if they don't have a free trial, they'll give you a free trial. You just it's all about talking to people though. Making that connection.
Exactly. Building rapport and connecting.
You can make that connection with anybody. Seriously, even a bot online. If you talk enough to the bot, it'll offer you a deal. But you need to talk. You gotta say, like they're saying, closed mouths don't get fed. You gotta talk.
Facts.
So,
I agree. So, you had a question?
I was gonna say, like, when you're looking for the software, are you just typing it in Google? Like, how are you actually searching these software?
So how the algorithm picks up what we do is by our problems. So if you think about it, what we struggle with is Google was made because we struggle with searching things up. We need to find information. Don't nobody want to read a book. That's how Google was designed. So, and especially now, the algorithms that are based today are based on our needs. Everything that you need, you can type in certain places, or the things that you're looking, not everything that you need, but like the things that you're looking for online, you can type. So I'll just go on Google and talk about what I'm struggling with. If I'm struggling with this, type it in Google. Or sometimes you need to talk to people and you need to actually have a conversation with people and say, oh, you know, I'm struggling with this, or I need this. In the Bible, it talks about boasting about your weaknesses. That was actually the scripture of the day yesterday. Talking to people really will get you far. I don't believe in not having conversations with people, even if they're a negative person. Talk to them. Maybe they got a reason why they're negative, and maybe that reason can help you get to another level of your life. And one of the things I would absolutely say, like, how do I say this? Like, I've gotten clients just from going out and just having a conversation with somebody. I met a girl, well, a woman, not a girl. I met a woman, she does Turo, and she does it with an investor. And she also works for Hennessy.
Oh, wow.
She's 23.
Young, too. And see, you never know what people do or how y'all can help each other if you don't get out there and talk.
And she's put me on with so much stuff. Like, I have a connection with Hennessy now because of her.
Wow.
So talk to people. It's crazy. And my introverted best friend talked to her. So I'm like, man. I'll talk to anybody. I don't care.
Business deals are out here. You just got to make the connection.
Yeah.
Make the connection. So as far, because you know, you have a lot of knowledge and you have a bachelor's degree. So have you ever thought about making a course to sell, to give people, you know, the opportunity to learn as well?
So I'm actually working on being a teacher in HISD. I'm working on being a, I don't know the correct terms. It's still like something that's being worked on at the moment. It's still working on. But yeah, I'm working on something like that. But I also don't want to charge people right now because I don't feel like I know enough. If I'm gonna give you something, I'm gonna give you my best. Okay. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna give you my best right now, but I want to give you something that you know is valuable, something that you know you're gonna keep with you forever.
You don't want to give them just a few steps or half. You want to give them everything that they need.
Absolutely. Like the applications I gave earlier, those are applications I use, and that helps me be my best. Those applications get me paid, and I'm getting paid from those applications. Mm-hmm. Now, they're free, so go out there and do what you want with that. Like, go out there and do whatever you choose with that. Right. But I want to give off knowledge in bases, like, you know, when Beyonce talks, I'm not Beyonce, no. But when Beyonce talks, we listen because what she says is important, because we feel like she offers valuable information. When Rihanna don't say nothing, and we still feel like, oh my God, she just shook the world. So I think too many people sell courses now, though. Like it's not even about the course, it's what they do with the course. Like, the course itself they overpromise. It's almost like politicians. They overpromise and they don't deliver, and people still feel played and stuck at the end of the day. Yeah. And the one thing I actually liked about your business is that you actually give what you say you're gonna give. And I've always admired that. I've been watching y'all for a long time, and I think that y'all have done a phenomenal job with y'all's stuff. Like, a very phenomenal job.
Most definitely. And like, I've bought a few courses before, and you know, some of them help me, and then the other ones is like, okay, I got this information, but there's more to it. You didn't give me everything that I needed to succeed. So I definitely see where you're coming from as far as creating your course, and I could actually see you having one in the future.
Hey, praise God, I'm open.
Most definitely.
I pray.
So, and then you also said that you're working with something with HISD, right?
Yes, working with a partnership right now just to get something for the community. So not necessarily people paying for the course, but me just being able to teach the course on how to brand your social media. Because a lot of times, people charge for too much stuff, man. People really do need help.
That's a fact.
And it's not always about making a dollar. Sometimes you just need to help your brother and sister out there. And I do look at it like, my sister, she's a singer. And I remember when my sister would come up, I believe my sister had a beautiful voice. But at the exact same time, it was like everybody was always charging her. And she's not, and she is business oriented now, but she was a singer. So when you have somebody like an artist, so just take somebody like I don't know, like Roddy Ricch, just take him for example. He's an artist. Why do we make them learn the business when they should be an artist? we seek inspiration from these people. The reason why we hear their music is because we're trying to get through something. So whenever we used to hear like Lil Wayne, Millie, I don't know who let him go in there and spit whatever he spit, but it inspired me and it helped me get through whatever I was getting through at that moment. Now, we're making so many artists feel like they have to be at the forefront and the forecenter of business all day, every day. That takes them away from the art. So that means their art gonna suck.
And I agree with that. But what I would say is I understand why as well, which is because, like you say, so many artists will go broke and they don't understand finance.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I see. But I mean, aside from just, I would say the business as well. What other business ventures or side hustles have you tapped into?
I'm very careful about what I invest my money in. So I do investments. I'm very careful about that because I think people want to be a mogul. Everybody wants to be a mogul, but don't nobody know what the fuck they're doing. And I think I would like to let everybody know nobody knows what they're doing. We're all getting experience, so we're all taking it one day at a time. But I've ventured off into investments. I didn't have the most fun in that. That wasn't that fun.
Was it crypto stocks?
No. I'm too much of a punk for that right now. I don't understand NFTs. I don't get it.
NFTs is, and see, that's another topic, but NFTs, that's really a big money maker as well.
It is. So, and maybe this is a reverse question, but have y'all heard of The Sims?
Like the game?
Yes, the game, The Sims. What's the difference from NFTs and The Sims?
Sims.
It's a simulation online. Yeah. NFTs are a simulation online.
NFTs is only a picture.
Like a picture or like a gift kind of thing.
So that's what I'm saying.
But so what I would say is with NFTs, they usually offer some type of utility, or they come with some type of utility. Meaning, for example, an artist can have a picture of the album cover, right? And they can make it an NFT. And if you purchase this NFT, not only do you have this picture, but you also have access to other things as well. So you might have free access to, a concert, and it might come with something else as well. So NFTs, they always have some type of utility behind it. It's not just a picture.
And it's almost like the Mona Lisa. Like you have a picture, but you can't play a game on it. Like you're gonna treasure the Mona Lisa.
And you can't remake it because it's only one. It's the official version.
Okay.
So,
it makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
I feel like it's because I used to be a gamer, like a serious gamer, and I compare NFTs and games so much because they do compare in certain ways. Like it just sounds like downloadable content, honestly.
Yeah.
And I mean, shoot. I'm not gonna be stupid. I'll put my money there even if I don't know what I'm doing, because I'm gonna learn it at some point and I'm gonna figure it out. Like I have clients who ask me about NFTs all the time, and I tell them that's not my sector, sweetie. It's not.
But see,
I'm gonna learn it.
You said you were a big gamer, so why not tap into the metaverse and make money in marketing in there?
Sure.
So you on the metaverse already?
I am slowly getting into that. Okay. Like I'm doing my best. But in the metaverse is different. Now the metaverse I definitely think is like compared to The Sims. I really think it's just like how on NBA what's that game? Child, 2K? I'm so gay.
You talking about NBA 2K?
Yeah, like 2K. Yeah, like y'all can live on that game now. Y'all can do other stuff on that game. To me, that's like, or like Fortnite and Minecraft and all these other games. Like you can basically exist in another universe. And that's what I've been told a lot of stuff like the metaverse is, and I still don't understand that.
So
because
have you ever logged on and been inside the metaverse?
I did like once, and I was like, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. It's way more layers. Like it's layers to it.
Yeah, and once you sit there and get on it, then it's gonna open up your mind. You're gonna see so many different things. I mean, it's even real estate. People are spending real money on properties in the metaverse. It's crazy.
Software and that.
Oh yeah, people are spending hundreds and thousands of dollars.
Exactly.
Please believe it. Please believe it. Whoever came up with that idea, again, careers with no overhead. They paying for software, computer-based stuff, and this, that, and the third. And I'm pretty sure we overcomplicate what we think they pay for. And child, let me find one of them.
Right, right. So, can you tell your supporters what's the best way to contact you?
Best way to contact me is through Instagram, so you can DM the AK Marketing page, or you can DM my personal page, Obsessed with Christ. You can also reach me through Facebook, Same name, Joshua AK on Facebook for my personal, and you can definitely hit me up on Twitter, Joshua also on there, and yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. So, what is one message that you would like to give to your supporters and the viewers that's watching?
I didn't make it here by myself. I'm not here by myself. I'm definitely here by the grace of God. I had a system that helped me. I was not good at school. I was very bad at school, actually. But the system that I had around me was so well thought out that God just blessed me with it. I have a beautiful family. I have great friends. I have wonderful people who have given me great advice and who have helped me along the way. I failed many times and gotten back up by the grace of God. So I am not here. I am not one of those people who are self-made. I'm not self-made. I am definitely blessed.
Most definitely, man. And I definitely want to say, keep influencing and keep, motivating people because, I read this quote yesterday that said, if someone's following you on social media, they're following you for a reason.
Facts.
And that's because they're motivated by you and they're influenced by you. So definitely keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you for coming out and giving us your time.
Thank you.